So they say that you don't need to be great to get started, but you do need to get started to be great. So with that in mind, I'm starting my YouTube channel. I'm not advocating that I'm going to be great at it because I'm not a vlogger. I have never recorded a vlog before. This is the first time. So I'm not sure who, if anyone, is going to watch this. Probably friends and family. Hi Mum, hi Dad, thanks for watching. My name is Katrina Lee and my YouTube channel is called The Stiletto Investor. So I thought let's start with why the Stiletto Investor came around, and then why did I call it the Stiletto Investor. So the last 12 to 18 months have been challenging for me. I think it's been challenging for a lot of people with COVID and the pandemic. On top of that, for me, my ex-husband and I separated 18 months ago. We'd been together for 15 years, so it was quite a challenging time for me. Previous to that, I would have told you that I am Superwoman. I really believed I was Superwoman. Turns out I'm not Superwoman. And I know I'm not the only person that's gone through that experience, but it takes a big toll, and it is a lot to process and a lot to take on. So very fortunate that I still had a job after COVID, but I did choose to really reduce my hours just to a couple of days a month. And I was very fortunate that I had made some what I think are wise investment choices over the last 10-20 years that enabled me to be able to basically scale back from a full-time job to working a couple of days a week without affecting my income, because I got residual income from the investment properties and the residential property that I own. So I had met a great mentor who still mentors me now with some great strategies around investing in residential property. And I was really grateful, and I felt really fortunate that I was able to take that time out and scale back work for about 5 months. I went to the UK and went on a new adventure over there, and really just needed to have some time away and to focus on me and focus on myself, and processing all the stuff that goes along with a divorce and separation journey. And look, this is not the reason that I decided to invest. Like I wasn't thinking 10-15 years ago I'm going to invest because this diabolical situation is going to arise. That's not what that wasn't my motivation at all. The real reason that I was motivated to invest was I knew that the money that I could generate each year would be able to pay for a couple of pairs of new stilettos, a new pair of Jimmy Choos, a new pair of Louboutins, and that was my motivation. So hence the name, the Stiletto Investor. So the Stiletto Investor is because stilettos and designer handbags are what got me motivated to start investing, because they're the kind of things that you can generate from investments like straight away. Hopefully, and it never should be anyone's plan that you have to go through something like this, and that would be there. But the thing is that over COVID, people did lose their jobs, or they had hours reduced, and people who did have residual income coming from investments or residential property or any kind of investment like that, slightly a little bit better off, if not much better off, because they have this residual income coming in. So some of the effects of COVID weren't quite as difficult for them to cope with. I do hope that there's not another COVID in the future, but definitely put things in perspective for me that it is advantageous to have investments like that, so that things do go wrong or things happen in the future, you've got a little bit of a backstop. Because I did try to soldier on and go to work full time and do all that stuff, and it is hard to work full time, look after kids, or I don't have kids, so I'm just kind of meaning people in general, and the ability to just be able to take some time out and spend some time at home with the kids, or travel to the UK, or just take some time out for yourself, is just something I was really grateful for, and it's really going to be my passion to try to help more people put themselves in those positions, so that when these things happen, it's not quite as bad as it can be. So during my journey, I've met many amazing women who have been on a journey similar to me, or have been through bad breakups. Some of them are married. Like, this is not all about whether you're in a relationship or you're not in a relationship, but I think that lots of people would like to invest, and they'd like to set themselves up with something like this. but they just don't know where to start. And it's not anyone's fault. They don't teach you this in school. So sometimes you're just fortunate enough to stumble across, an amazing mentor like I did, or you read a book, or you meet someone who does a lot of investing and they're able to educate you. But apart from that, they didn't teach us this in the schools. And it's not just the knowing, I suppose. You need to make sure once someone does, share something with you, then you have to action it. You have to actually start investing for it to work for you. And look, whether that means that you're going to get a new pair of designer shoes, or a new designer handbag, or a new set of golf clubs, or whatever it is that motivates you, and that's the reason why you get started, it is nice to know that you have that, a little bit of peace of mind there. And it definitely was something that really made a massive, huge impact on my life over the last 18 months to be able to, have the opportunities that I did. The whole point of Stiletto Investor is I want to reach 1 million Australian women. In the time that I have been working with investors, and predominantly in residential real estate, it is really driven, for some reason, it just seems to be driven more by men and the husbands than it is by the ladies. Ironically though, because some of our best investors are women. So I think it is really around where we aren't educated on this in school. We don't know where to start. And sometimes if we don't know where to start, we don't know where to go to for that information, or we don't know what we don't know, so we don't even know what questions to ask. It can become a bit debilitating that you don't know where to start, so it just doesn't get started. And like I said earlier, you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. So that's my plan, is I really would like to reach 1 million Australian women and try to help with, filling some of those gaps around, what we know and don't know about investing. I don't know everything about investing. I'm not saying that. I know some strategies that have worked for me, and I'm happy to share those with you. I'd love to just have a chat about where you're at and where you want to go, and if I can help you, I would love to be able to. I don't know that I'm going to be able to help everybody, but I'll try. So I'd love to hear from you. So please write some comments, or first of all, please, this is my first vlog, so any hints, tips, or anything, I'd love to hear from you. If you would like to reach out and we'd like to have a chat with me, you can write in the comments as well. So if you could would be great, subscribe, amazing, leave a comment, and whether it's some tips on being a better vlogger, or if you have any investment questions, or if it's, if you've thought about investing and you're just a little bit stuck, you don't know where to start, we've all been there, and that's what I would like to help with. So thank you so very much for your time, for taking the time to watch this video. Thanks, Mum and Dad and friends. Bye. Thank you. Have a great day. They say that you don't... Dad, hi, Mum, Dad. Hi, Mum, Dad. Yeah. What I'd like to do is just help 1 million Pomeranians stop barking during my video. So they say that you don't need to be great to get started, but you have to be... No, that's not what they said. Started, but you need to be... No. My name is Katrina Lee. Oh, no. Yes, it is, but... No. No.